Okay, just a quick little adjustment, like that. What's up guys, it's Findon, and this is the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8. Not only is this device going to be my brand new phone, this is also being filmed in my brand new studio, on my brand new camera. It has been an absolutely crazy month. The reason I'm making this video is to kind of test all this stuff to really make sure it actually works, and because I'm so excited about this guy right here. If we just point our attention to the camera up here, look at that! Dual cam setup! Let's go! So that up there is being filmed with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, which is the phone I was already using for my videos anyway. Let me know what you guys think of this new setup in the comment section down below, but let's get right into the Galaxy Z Fold 8. So here we have the box for the Galaxy Z Fold 8, looks very nice. Let's flip this guy around and... here it is. My brand new Smaznug, it's right here. So here's the phone itself, looking very nice in this beautiful lavender color, because of course I got the lavender color. I mean, purple is my color. Let's put this guy aside for now and let's have a quick look inside. So here's our Samsung documentation thingo. If we open this up, we should have a cable in here. Of course, we get our USB Type-C to Type-C cable, no charger in the box. Of course, why would there be one? What else do we get? I'm pretty sure we get some documentation. Here we go, Samsung Care Plus, how to put in the SIM card and some warranty cards and stuff. I'm sure there's a SIM eject tool in here somewhere. I'm just stupid, I haven't pulled it out. Let's pull out this whole thing. There we go. There's our SIM eject tool, I found it. And now it's time for the main event. Let's have a quick little look at this guy. Wow, it is really thin. God, I love this aspect ratio, it is so nice. So for a bit of a size comparison, I have here the Z Fold 7. Now this here is the Z Fold 7 with an internal display that's broken. The rest of the phone works, but I didn't charge it, so you can see the height difference there. So basically, instead of getting a square, you're getting an actual rectangle, and I feel this is such a better aspect ratio for foldable phones in general. Because I've been daily driving this guy right here, the Google Pixel Fold. And it is more like the Samsung here. Oh, look at that, I get all three in frame at once. This is amazing. It's more like the Samsung Galaxy Fold, where it's a big old square instead of being like an actual rectangle. Look how much smaller the Z Fold 8 is. It's so adorable, I love it. Also, just pretend that this guy's the Z Fold 8 Ultra. It's honestly the same thing. Just pretend, suspend your disbelief for a moment. This one's actually like folding flat, unlike the Samsung. Now, granted, this one is a little bit broken, but Samsung foldables do tend to have a little bit of a smile to them after a little bit. Now apparently the camera plateau right here is actually plastic, which is a bit but I'm gonna have this thing in a case the whole time anyway, so it should be fine. Oh man, look at that. There is not a lot of crease in there. Like, they really have minimized that. Look at that. I cannot feel it at all. Now granted, I haven't folded this yet or even used this phone, but you don't feel a single thing there. Let me get my Pixel Fold out, because my Samsung is, well, destroyed. I put this next to this guy. First of all, the anti-reflective screen. Let me just get a good look at that. Wow. The anti-reflective screen is actually really good on here at the moment. Look at that. If I shine it towards a light on the roof, you can see just how much more of a crease there is on the Pixel Fold, while on the Samsung, it's like basically not there. That is amazing. Okay, I'm really impressed with the screen. I haven't even turned it on yet. That's crazy. Let's fold this guy up. It's so small. Oh man, okay, the outer screen is definitely reflective. You can see there. It's not like my S24 Ultra. My S24 Ultra has an absolute god tier display with that anti-reflective display and the anti-scratch resistance. I would show you, but it's currently being used as my overhead camera right now, so can't really pull it down right now. I just can't get over how small this thing is. I love it. It's so one-handable. Now, I feel it might just be a little bit too wide for my hands, but this feels great. Phones are too big, guys. Honestly, I genuinely feel like phones are too big. Something like this just makes so much more sense. Okay, it's time to power on this little guy now. I swear, this is the first time I've been excited for a new Samsung phone since the S10 era. It has been a long time. For pretty much everything but the foldables, Samsung has kind of been disappointing me for years and years and years. I am so glad that this exists. And I don't care if Samsung copied Apple's unreleased phone, Samsung copied Huawei or Google. I don't care who's copying who when it comes to these devices. I'm just glad that it exists. It's mainstream now, and we're going to be getting a lot more of these devices, and they're going to be good. Are we ready? Let's turn it on. Please tell me it has charge. I mean, I've got power banks in here, worst case scenario. Hello? Are you going to charge? Oh, there we go. That took a long time to turn on, a suspiciously long time. But there it is, my brand new Smaznug. Oh man, look at that screen. This is a very, I cannot express just how small this freaking screen is, dude. Let me just get my Pixel Fold here real quick. Look how small that screen is. It's quite wide. It's actually a lot wider than my Pixel Fold. Here it is compared to the Z Fold 7, aka Z Fold 8 Ultra for this video. I just don't like how skinny the screen is on here. Yeah, I don't like it. This makes so much more sense. Now, we don't need the diagnostic data, but what I will do is open this thing up. This just makes sense. You can't tell me that this, like, landscape looking UI isn't the way to go. Look at this. Can I make it go portrait? I can. This phone is so cool, dude. I've actually really been waiting for something like this. Now, I know the Huawei one existed, but I'm not importing that. I want Google Play services officially supported. I'm not going through all that, okay? It'd be cool to have a look at. I'd love to make a video about it, but this is the one I'm actually going to daily drive. Now, I am going to set up everything later with my actual phone because I'm going to get everything copied over. For now, we're just going to skip all that. I'm just going to reset it once I'm done with this video. Then I'm going to set it up with my actual stuff and use it as my main phone. Now we're gonna sit here and wait for this thing to restart while all the batteries in my lights and phones and cameras are all draining. Oh no, don't worry, Samsung. Take your time. Go on. Take your sweet time. I've got all day. The cameras don't though. If you guys want to see a little behind the scenes of how I made this video in the new set, I'm going to have a little channel members video set up. Click that join button if you want to watch it. Helps support the channel. I swear Samsung phone setups have gotten a lot longer recently. I've not seen it take this long before. Skip. Literally copying Apple's dark patterns exactly for that. Skip. No. Do it later. Do it later. Skip. Skip anyway. Make sure you disable auto blocker because it genuinely sucks. If you're getting this for your parents, keep auto blocker enabled, but if you're doing literally any kind of side loading, just turn off auto blocker. It's genuinely a waste of time. Here we go. Here's a screen that the folds all have. Don't press the screen too hard. Don't use keys. It's not dust resistant. It is water resistant, but don't put it in too much water. Your phone contains magnets, but not the magnets I would have wanted. MagSafe. Luckily, I got this. This is the case that I got for my Z Fold 8. It's just a random little clear case that was pretty cheap. It's nothing special. I'm just going to use this until I find the case that I actually want to use, but it's got MagSafe, so that's really what matters. Oh, that snaps open. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't really like about the Z Fold 8 is that it doesn't really have flex mode. I mean, you can do that. That works, but yeah, it just kind of wants to snap open. I am not a fan of that. I kind of wish they kept the positional hinge that the other phones have. Look at my Google Pixel. Although it's got this little heavy thing on the back, which I may use on my Samsung as well, but... Oops, oh, that's a dox. Oh, thanks for doxing me, Google. I kind of wish we had the like flex mode and positional hinge because anything beyond 90 degrees, it just doesn't want to stay open. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, even there, it doesn't want to stay open there. You actually have to like... And that's going to fall open in a second, watch. It's happening just really, really slowly. If I just bump it even a little bit, you know, say I'm using it, yeah. Bit of a shame. I would like to have been able to prop this thing up to take photos and videos. I mean, it will work for that, but I wouldn't trust it. If I put this at the edge of the table and I open it, it will fall off like so. Bit of a misstep, Samsung. Not happy. Either way, the usability though is worth it. And I mean, some people like that trade-off for the lesser crease, but I didn't really care about the crease. It genuinely is a non-issue. Everyone makes it out to be a bigger issue than what it really is. Yeah. Here's something a little bit interesting. When you're setting up a fingerprint on the Z Fold 8, it's actually a little different to usual. So instead of just tapping on and off again, you actually just like roll your finger around on here a bunch. I actually feel like this is a much better way of registering your fingerprint because then you genuinely get more information. Done, there we go. And then test it. Beautiful, perfect. Also, let's try out the fingerprint scanner real quick. Wow, that is fast. Holy. Oh, that's fast. Yeah, wow, that is really good actually. Wow. Also, fun fact, did you know that the Galaxy Z Fold 8 has the exact same screen size and aspect ratio to the original Samsung Galaxy Note from 2011? It's exactly the same. Same aspect ratio, same everything. It's slightly bigger on the Z Fold 8, but like, it looks so comical. Also, yeah, don't mind the clock placement. It's just plonked it here because I haven't set up the phone properly. This is what Smart Switch did. Yeah, it looks funny. I'm gonna have to fix it up in a moment, but dude, look at that. Well, good news everyone. Quite a bit of the setup has actually fallen apart while I was recording the video. My Sony a6700 overheated, which is a thing that they do when you're recording at 4K 60. And then my Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra stopped recording for some reason. I don't know why, it just did. So we kind of missed a lot of the setup for the phone. So here we are in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 and we can see it is just insanely wide. The display on this looks so good, you absolutely cannot see or feel the crease. But I really don't feel the trade-off was worth it for not being able to have flex mode. I feel it was a bit ridiculous not being able to use that. Now in terms of the keyboard, I actually feel like not having a split layout is actually decent. I genuinely don't need to stretch my hands that far in order to use this keyboard. I actually feel it's pretty decent. People would prefer the split keyboard, but this is like perfectly fine, let's be real. The phone's so small and light that you can just do this easily. And then of course, when you're using it like this is pretty good too. But I also kind of wish Samsung's camera wasn't in no man's land here. I wish they would put it in the corner like Google does on their foldables. It just makes more sense. Whether you're in portrait or landscape, it stays up here, hidden away. On this guy, it's kind of just sits here in the middle for no reason, which kind of sucks. But if you're gonna have it here, at least do what you had on the previous models and have the under display camera. I still hate that Samsung got rid of that and S Pen support, but the thinness is nice, but I really hope they bring back the under display camera because this hole punch layout right here is really not doing it for me. Now one other gripe that I have with the Z Fold 8 is the speaker placement. Samsung for whatever reason puts both speakers here on the left side. Top speaker here and bottom speaker here. It's exactly the same on the Z Fold 8. There's a speaker here and a speaker here, both on the left side. And what that means is that both speakers being on the left, you basically get no stereo sound when you're holding it like this. Like it does play in stereo, but you won't perceive it that way. What Google does on their foldables is they have a speaker here on the left and a speaker here on the right. So it actually gives you stereo sound even when you're holding it in landscape mode. But see, on these square ones, it doesn't matter because every side is the damn same. On here, on this wide boy, when you're going to be watching videos like this, it's kind of a shame that they chose to put the speakers here. I don't like that. Why'd you do that, Samsung? Here we are on YouTube. Let's have a look at staircase.wav, which I'd searched before. But apparently, I'd actually found out that staircase.wav is now on autocomplete on YouTube, which is insane. And apparently it's in a mix with Koji Kondo. Like, dude, it's not that iconic. Chill, YouTube. Sounds pretty decent. Let's get out the Pixel Fold and hear how that sounds. You definitely hear a lot more of the stereo effect. But also it's not, it's actually not as big of an issue as I thought. Yeah, actually, that's a lot worse. That is a lot worse. It is actually a bigger issue than I thought. It's like the iPhone Air. It just feels like everything is over here. You get no stereo effect, and it just sounds like everything's more to the left. Now, if you hold it like this, or like this, because the speakers are left and right, Or is it going to be left and right like that? I don't know. But because it actually is left and right here, that sounds better. But you're not going to be watching stuff like this unless you really like TikTok. Yeah, a bit of a shame. I kind of wish Samsung would copy Google's speaker placement. This is just better. Even though this is louder, these are better speakers, but the speaker placement on the Google Pixel makes way more sense. Look how much more screen you get on videos. This is what this wider form factor is all about. Look at that. Now look, it's not a huge amount, but you can see if I sort of line them up, you just get a lot more video. It's a lot taller, and also, check out here, it's wider, but also it's just the fact that the device in general is smaller. You get a better video watching experience while having just a small little guy. Look at this. So that is a 16:9 photo or video on the cover screen of the Pixel Fold. If we do the Galaxy Z Fold 8, look at that. It just makes so much more sense for video, except for the fact you do have the hole punch here, but look how tiny this thing is. It's so small. I love it. Now look, it is true that you do get more search results on the Pixel Fold, but like, this is not a problem. Like, let's be real. You can still see plenty of results on here. It's really not as big of an issue as people make it out to be. And the wider form factor makes it really feel like you're not using a small device.
What's up guys, it's Findon. I bought a side phone. I kinda wish I didn't. The side phone is an Android device. It's Findon. I bought a side phone. I kinda wish I didn't. The side phone is an Android device.
It's about the same size, so this isn't compromised at all. This is probably like the best video watching device, except for this hole punch, but oh, it's so small. I love how small this is. This just makes way more sense for a video watching standpoint. And even if we're doing stuff like productivity, right? If we get YouTube here, let's put it here. Let's open up Chrome. And then let's get, I don't know, Samsung Internet. Look at that, you can have 3 apps open on here. Now, it is a little bit thin, but you can still get plenty done on here. Meanwhile, on the Pixel Fold, you can only really get like 2 apps side by side. This is wider, but also don't forget the fact that like, you can have 2 apps on here. Oh, hold on, you can actually do this. You can have like that weird 90-10 split thing, but with 3 apps.
50 bucks for
Excuse me. All right, that's kind of cool. Can I like make that bigger? That is bigger. Look at that. I can have both apps on the side be larger. Some people were saying that the wider form factor wouldn't be as good for productivity. I don't know, guys. I think the wider form factor might be better for productivity. Look at that. You can crush the app. You can just straight up squish it to death. That's funny. I actually really like that. So I do that, and then if I do that, can I do it like that? Oh, you can't. I wish you could do the full 90-10 splits with all 3 apps. That'd be sick. I mean, you could do this. There we go. I think they're even now. That's so nice. That's really good. It doesn't stop there. You could do this, which you can't really do on the Pixel Fold. I mean, you can, but you can only do like this bubble view. Look, I was already convinced before about the form factor, but this just feels amazing. Like, just using it like this, it feels right. I've never liked the square screens on these foldables. Change it to be landscape. I'm not really gaining anything here. You can still do a 90-10 split with this. Dude, this is so cool. And you can do a portrait. You can do it like, oh man. And because it's wider, you could do this and have it make sense. Oh dude, this form factor is incredible. I love this. And then you can close it and it's a mini Samsung. Okay, there is a reason why so many of these phones are selling out at the moment. Like, I'm pretty sure according to Samsung, this is one of their best-selling phones in years, and it's still in the pre-order stage. Dude, I can see why. This form factor just makes so much sense. Yeah, I cannot wait to daily drive this thing. It looks so freaking good. It's just the perfect size. It's small, it's compact, because phones are too damn big nowadays. But it's small, but then I can make it big with this better aspect ratio. This is the correct form factor for foldables. There's nothing ultra about the Z Fold 8 Ultra besides the 3rd camera. Like, yeah, that's probably the biggest letdown of this, the 2 cameras, but oh man, I really like this phone already. But I'm going to daily drive it, and then I'm going to make a follow-up video basically talking about my experience with this phone. But so far, I really like this. I think Samsung have actually nailed it here. And I really hope that the iPhone Fold, Apple gets the software correct on that because it will be the same sort of size. I hope Google brings back their wider fold. I just hope we see more of this stuff. This might be my favorite Samsung phone in years. All of Samsung's other phones, S26 Ultra, don't care about them. They're irrelevant to me. S24 Ultra was the last good slab Samsung phone. The rest just suck. They keep removing features. I feel like this is genuinely a winner. I really, really like this phone. Just from picking it up and using it. I really like this phone. I just want to stop this video and start setting it up now. I might do that. I'm going to go film the outro now. Hopefully my A6700 has stopped overheating. I'll be able to actually film it. So yeah. First impressions, I absolutely love this device. I love this little compact Samsung. It's so freaking small. Look at it, it's tiny. Compare that to my absolutely massive Pixel Fold. It's very thick, but dude, it's so small. I've always wanted to daily drive something like an iPhone mini, but they're getting kind of old now, and also I really don't want to daily drive iOS, no. I'm an Android guy and I probably always will be. This right here, it's a little mini Samsung phone. It's the first time we've really had something like this since the S10e. And the S10e is pretty damn good. But this also has the advantage of being able to just open up into this massive little mini tablet. It's like a little iPad mini that you could turn into an iPhone mini. It's so good. This is exactly what I wanted from a phone. This is kind of like my dream smartphone right here. Hopefully they can make more interesting phones again, like the good old days. And if there's one thing that'll motivate them, it's sales. And there seems to be a lot of them at the moment, but dude, this is so small. Look at this. I cannot get over how small this little phone is. My name is Findon. You can say that however you want, I really don't care. New videos whenever I like. Consider becoming a channel member like all these people on the screen have. You get some bonus videos, early access to my upcoming videos, custom Discord server roles, and your very own Minecraft server. All rolled into one. Starts at $1 a month. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the Galaxy Z Fold 8 are and the new studio. The cameras kind of failed me for a moment there in the middle. I lost quite a bit of footage. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.